Hello everyone, this is Ismail BOUCHTARAT. Today we're doing an English grammar lesson and the subject is the third conditional or conditional type 3. So let's start. The third conditional is used to talk about impossible past situations that we cannot change. To talk about impossible past situations that we cannot change. Also, it is used to express regrets. It's the only conditional that describes past situations where imagining the result of something that didn't happen. Let me give you an example. So the context for this example is, this is the context. Last year, I didn't revise well for the national exam, so I didn't pass it. This is the reality. So here we have the cause, I didn't. In the past, I didn't revise well. And the result in the past is, I didn't pass it. So, to express the third conditional, or to imagine a different past, I could say, if I had revised well for the national exam, I would have passed it. Now I am imagining the past. I am thinking about the situation. I am imagining the past. I am imagining a different past because in reality, I didn't revise well for the national exam. The condition is impossible because it is in the past and we cannot change the past. And the result was, the result here we have, I would have passed. Now, let's compare between the reality and the imaginary past situation. Look at the following example and look at this one on the right. I didn't revise well for the national exam, so I didn't pass it. To imagine a different past, I can say if I had revised well for the national exam, I would have passed it. Look at the tense. Here we have I didn't revise. However, in the imaginary past situation, we have past perfect. Here we have simple past. Here we have past perfect. So there is a change in terms of the tense. Okay? So simple past becomes past perfect. Let's look at the form. I didn't revise. Did not. This one is not affirmative. This is negative form. The same thing for the result, past result. I didn't pass it. So it is negative. However, here in the imaginary past situation, the form becomes affirmative. I had revised, I would have passed. So there is another change in terms of the form. Negative form becomes affirmative form. In case we have affirmative form here, we have to change it into negative form. Okay? So we use the third conditional to imagine a different past. If I had revised well for the national exam, I would have passed it. But unfortunately, I didn't revise well. Okay? Let's look at the following example. Here we have, I studied last year. So we're talking always about last year. I studied hard, so I passed my exam. So this is the cause and this is the result. In the past, I passed my exam. So this is the reality. So to imagine a different past, here we have, let's look at the form. Here we have simple past affirmative. Here we have simple past also, but here we have, also affirmative. So to use the conditional type 3, I could say, if I hadn't studied hard, so affirmative becomes negative, simple past becomes past perfect. I wouldn't, because here we have positive, we have to change it into negative, wouldn't have passed my exams. So this is the condition, and we have the result. Affirmative, here we have the form is negative, also here the form is negative. Let's look at the form. As always, we have two choices for the form. The first choice is, we can say, if plus condition plus result. For example, if I had got a visa, I would have gone to USA. Here we have the condition first, and then the result. And there is a comma after the condition here. The second choice is the opposite. We can say the result plus F plus condition. So with the same example, I would have gone to USA if I had got a visa. And with this choice, we do not use a comma. The meaning, well, in reality, unfortunately, I didn't get a visa, so I didn't go to USA. I didn't get a visa because maybe I didn't fill in the application letter appropriately or something like this. So the result is I didn't go to USA. So by using the third conditional, we are imagining a different past. So this is the result, start with the result, then condition. This is the reality. I didn't get a visa, so I didn't go to USA. Now I have a question for you. What tense is the verb in the condition? The answer is the past perfect. So to sum up, conditional type 3 is used to talk about impossible past situations that we cannot change. The forms, we can start with F plus subject plus past perfect, the condition, comma, subject plus would have plus past participle. Or here in this case we have comma. Or we can change the order and we start with the result. So we can say subject plus would have plus past participle. And then we have if plus subject plus past perfect. In this case, we don't use comma. Let's practice. Let's do the following exercise. This is the situation, past situation. Because he drove carelessly yesterday, he ran over a stop sign. Remember, the first thing that we have to do, what is it? It is to find the cause. Then to find the result. The cause here is he drove carelessly yesterday. And the result is he ran over a stop sign. Remember, the form is here affirmative. So we have to change it into negative. And the tense of the verb drove is in the past simple. So we have to change it into past perfect. Remember again that if plus subject plus cause. So we can say, if I hadn't carelessly, if I hadn't driven carelessly yesterday, he wouldn't have run over a stop sign. Let's move on to the second example. Peter had a stomachache yesterday because he ate too much food. if better. So we can say, if Peter hadn't eaten much food, he wouldn't have had a stomachache yesterday. So this is the answer. As he wasn't very careful yesterday, he fell downstairs. If he had been very careful yesterday, he wouldn't have fallen downstairs. He wouldn't have fallen downstairs. Kate didn't go to bed early last night. That's why she got up late in the morning. If Kate had gone to bed early last night, she wouldn't have got up late in the morning. She didn't invite me, so I didn't go to the party. If she had invited me, I would have gone to the party. I didn't see Mr. Bean's last show as I wasn't in London last week. If I had been in London last week, I would have seen Mr. Bean's last show. Thank you for watching. See you next time.